My number 5 tip for how to give an effective deposition is to get clear on the question that is being asked of you. In everyday conversation, it is common that we ascertain what the person that we're speaking with is really getting at. We know what their question is, and frequently we don't even wait for them to finish their question. We just jump right in with our answer because we already know what they're saying. And it is really hard to turn that off when you get into a deposition. You hear the attorney asking you a question, and you think you know where he's going with that question, and you just jump right in there and you start answering the question, frequently before the attorney has finished asking the question, and also frequently without really understanding what the question is. This is very, very dangerous. What you end up with is a transcript from the court reporter that shows that the attorney was asking one question, but that you're really answering another. And you know that you were answering another question, and I may know that you were answering another question, but to anyone who's reviewing that transcript, it's not going to appear that way. So it is really, really important that you make sure that you understand the question before you start to answer it. It's hard to have your deposition taken, but it is also sometimes very difficult to take an effective deposition. And attorneys can tie themselves into knots sometimes in trying to ask just the right question. And every attorney has been there before, where they know what they're trying to get at, but they're having trouble formulating their question. One part of the deposition where you can actually maybe enjoy this a little bit is watching the attorney on the other side of you tie himself into knots or herself into knots. And one interesting and funny example of this was the deposition of Justin Bieber. The attorney was attempting to ask him a very nuanced question and had really tied himself into knots as he was trying to get that question out there.
Are you aware that Scooter Braun knows that your bodyguards have attacked photographers?
What objection to form?
What kind of question is that? That didn't make sense.
That's correct.
That doesn't make sense. That's a weird question. That doesn't make sense.
Can you just...
I can really empathize with the lawyer on the other end of that questioning, but it was hilarious the way that Justin Bieber pointed it out, and it was actually a very effective way of dealing with that question. If you're trying to please everyone around the conference room table, you might let the attorney off the hook, and you might say, okay, I think I know what you're getting at here, counselor, and I'm going to go ahead and answer the question that I think you're trying to ask, even though you haven't been able to manage to ask it. Don't do that. If the attorney's tied up in knots, let him tie himself up in the knots. That's great. That's fantastic for you. Make sure that the attorney asks you a clear question. Make sure that you understand that question. Pause. Give your attorney a chance to object. Then answer the question, but only after you're clear on what that question is. That is my 5th tip on how to give an effective deposition. Get clear on the question. Please view my other videos on my top 7 tips for giving an effective deposition. Click through on any of these options that you see on your screen right now, and you'll find me going into greater detail and analysis. The client will begin our meeting by telling me, hey, don't worry, there's really no preparation required from me because I'm just going to tell the truth. People, as a defense mechanism, because of the intimidation they feel, will attempt to prove their intelligence. A deposition is anything but an ideal circumstance. It's okay to estimate. It's not okay to guess. Let me define those terms for you. This is an example that attorneys frequently use when they're explaining this concept to clients. We know what their question is, and frequently we don't even wait for them to finish their question. We just jump right in with our answer because we already know. Do not volunteer information that you don't have to volunteer. Make the attorney ask the question. And I can't tell you how many times I have seen a witness who starts out strong in the deposition wear down